Okie dokie. So last time, I guess we're just gonna go up. So, let's go Matthew. Hey, Matthew. The cutest of the bunch, Matthew, had been the one to completely take over my heart. Oh, guys. Sorry. Welcome back to Seduce Me. I almost forgot. We're doing Matthews this time. It's a holiday episode, yada, yada, yada. The cutest of the bunch, Matthew, had been the one to completely take over my heart, and I was more than happy to let him claim it for his heart in return. He was special to me, and I swore my love to him in front of the dangerous odds. Not only was my crop off. There we go. Not only was he funny and sweet, but he was strong enough to hold his own amongst his brothers and was able to take care of himself and me. I was incredibly lucky. Watching him set up dinner with James made me feel happy and warm. I was excited to see what the two had made, and I was even more excited to share the new year with Matthew and his brothers. Matthew stopped for a moment to look at me and gave a silly, goofy grin before continuing on, focused on finishing up. He was so cute! Yo, I just want to squish his cheeks! Finally, the table was set and we were all seated, ready to dig in.
I gotta admit, you and James did good, Matthew.
Thanks, Sam.
Sam and Matthew not fighting? It's a winter's miracle.
Hey, I'm not a complete asshole to him.
Only sometimes.
Well, it is the turn of the human year, so it's a good way to get the habit of being nice started.
Very true.
Damien laughed, and I couldn't help but do the same. However, one curiosity burned in my mind. I'm gonna be reading these lines forever. I have a question. Fuck a butt has a question.
Yes? What is it?
What'd you guys do last New Year's Eve? I had remembered them telling me that they had been in the human world for a full 6 months before my grandfather passed away. If that was the case, then this wasn't their first New Year's Eve. The boys took in the question and looked to each other.
Didn't we go to, like, New York or something?
New York, New York.
Nah, we were in another continent by then. Like, Europe or something?
Doing good.
London. We were in London.
I'd like to know, just, like, how Matthew got Europe confused with New York. I mean, never mind.
I remember that. We had such a fun time walking around and taking in the sights.
We were on the giant Ferris wheel when midnight came. It was amazing to see all of the fireworks from it.
Yes. The London Eye was closed off for the public, but since we were friends of Harold Anderson, we were allowed access and were lifted to the very top of it. A perfect view of the sky during the celebration.
Matthew couldn't stop jumping all over the damn place from how excited he was.
Hey, you were excited about it too. All of us were.
God, I love Matthew so much.
Very fair, Matthew. Still, has it really been a year since then?
Look at Sam's face, though.
So much has happened since.
I swear. God, he's just a little hamster. The boys seemed to notice as my voice failed. The boys seemed to trail off into their own nostalgic memories, mentioning events of their trip around the world thanks to my grandfather. While I was happy for them, a little part of me felt left out. Sure, I didn't know them, but to have experienced the world with them would have been a dream. Maybe we could go somewhere. Sorry, that's messing me up because there's a word missing. In the future. Heck, maybe I'd be able to see the demon world. However, who knew the future? It was an unknown fabric of time I had yet to explore. That no one had explored yet. All I knew was that now I was in the incubus's lives, and I was going to see the new years come with them in my life. I looked at my glass, seeing it full of my favorite drink, courtesy of James, while he was setting up dinner. My own reflection greeted me I felt myself naturally take hold of it and lift it. Pay attention to fuck butt now. At last, the boys stopped talking and looked over to me in curiosity. As they noted my raised glass, I smiled. May I propose a toast?
Oh? A toast for what, princess?
The future. The boys listened intently as I looked up to my glass in a new hope. The future was a mystery indeed. No wonder that didn't make sense, because you're saying the wrong goddamn word. And while I wasn't part of the incubus's past in the human world, I was more than happy to be part of their future. To a future unknown, but a future I hope to explore with you all. Silence consumed the air as the boys took in what I had said. Did they realize the same thing I noticed? Finally, Matthew looked to his brothers and grinned, catching his brother's attention before lifting his glass.
Yeah, to a future we can all experience.
Yeah! His brother smiled in enthusiasm and lifted their glass up. Matthew, however, looked to me with a joyful gaze, knowing the future he would experience would revolve around me. It better. Cheers! Cheers! At that, we all drank to our toast, a future that was still unknown to me. I couldn't wait to experience it, but it was certain that my future was going to be absolutely grand. My heart couldn't stop pulsing with joy at the thought. I was excited to experience what was to come. We ate dinner and talked about the potential things that could happen in the future. New business, possible trips, the works. For the first time, I felt like I was part of the family as I was listened to and spoke as much as each incubus. However, as the sudden flare of fireworks flashed outside the window and the sound wave echoed behind the glass, the boys flinched and looked over in shock.
What the hell?
Fireworks?
But it's not midnight yet.
It's pre-celebration fireworks.
You have those?
Yes, Damien, we have those. Sort of. The school in this area loves to order a lot of fireworks and likes to set them off extras before New Year's comes around.
What are you waiting for? We're gonna miss the fireworks show.
Oh, okay. The boys and I all looked to each other and grinned before heading for the door. Whoa! The sky was filled with a soft, falling snow. Each snowflake and star was illuminated by bright, colorful lights of the far-off fireworks. I had seen them before, but to see them in an open sky, not surrounded by suburban trees was a whole different experience.
Holy crap.
It's all so beautiful.
Absolutely, Damien.
He says, gazing at Damien. Absolutely beautiful.
Truly magnificent.
He says, looking at Damien. Ah.
You got that right.
I looked up to Matthew and couldn't help an evil idea popping into my mind. Seeing him become giddy at the fireworks in the sky. What are you gonna do? Throw him into him? Going through my evil plot, I scooped up some snow and lightly packed it in my hand. Sexto, this is a nice moment. You're ruining it. Oh, Matthew.
Whoa!
Bye. Ah! Look! It's so cute. It's so cute. Somebody help me. Stop it! I aimed and fired, landing my light snowball on Matthew's head and letting the snow explode onto his hair and shoulders. Matthew took in the shot and laughed, brushing off the snow with a grin.
Hey, that was no fair.
Yeah, hell was it was fair. Hell was it was fair. Hell yeah, it was fair. I should not talk while they're talking. Seeing him smile only made a playful demeanor and my soul melt into a joyful excitement. Matthew continued to chuckle as I spoke, stopped only by the end of my words. I can't wait to see the New Year's with you. Matthew stared for a moment before smiling and nodding in reply.
I can't wait to make new memories with you.
Boink. Who could argue with that? It was that moment that I knew deep in my heart that I would have my happily ever after somewhere in the unknown future. Let the new year come! I was ready. Yay! Goodbye, boys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I forgot who's the next one, but you know, some incubus, I guess. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.